Yeah, I think it's pretty standard. I went with the 32 Colt over something like the leveled up 45 automatic because we're playing well prepared. So I figured that a cheaper asset that we could continuously reload and then still get a decent bonus if we had well prepared out was pretty good. Because the Colt, if you can click on it, it has 2 icons. It has 2 combat icons, so I figured that that was a better synergy than, I think, the 45's agility icon. Chat, you can correct me in that. Why no Winchester? Because we're not playing Jim, that's why. I'm assuming most of you have played this scenario by this point, so I don't really have to explain what's going on. But, sorry, my wife's messaging me about something. You guys are trolling me outside of the chat here. Oh, Jeebus. Did not realize that that was going to be double-sided like that. Okay, there we go. Let's do it that way. Don't snap. Turn the snap off. There we go. Oh, that's obnoxious. Okay. So we're going to be playing on standard difficulty. I don't think there's anything super strange about the bag. -4. This is probably one of the easier chaos bags to deal with out of a standalone, which is pretty nice. Hopefully we don't draw nothing but -4s. So the basic premise of this scenario is that we get a letter from an unknown person who tells us to meet them at the Excelsior and come to room 225 alone, and that they'll be waiting for us watching, which is strange. So with playing with only one investigator, we would skip to this second intro, which kind of goes into specific details, and then we'd skip to intro 4, and then we'd wake up hours later to a bloody mess. Okay. So as far as setup goes, for TTS, we'll have to shuffle the leads deck. We begin play with the Bloodstained Dagger, which is cool. Pretty good weapon for Zoey. Has a fight action for +2, and then we can exhaust the Bloodstained Dagger and take a horror, and then we can fight at a +2 and deal an additional damage, and then if we defeat an enemy, we get to draw a card with it. So that's pretty neat. Is this the new scenario where we play Columbo? No, but if somebody made that, I'd play it. Okay, and then we have to shuffle up the leads deck, which is a special little... Did I include? I did. Okay. Leads deck is basically how we progress through the initial part of the scenario. And there's a bunch of story assets that are related to the various leads. And then we begin play in room 225, which is right here. Alright, so room 225, the scene of the crime, has 3 shroud and a single clue, and it has 3 various actions. One is test willpower 3. If you succeed, you clean up the blood. Test combat 3. If you succeed, remember that you hit the body, and then test intellect 3 to succeed that you tidied up the room. Okay, and then shuffle up the encounter deck and we are good to go here. Sweet. Alright, let's do this. I don't even remember what I got for weaknesses, but considering the deck is 35 cards, it sounds like we have enough weaknesses. Ooh, sweet. Okay. Pretty good hand. Not much to hate about this. We probably don't need this dynamite early on, but I like that we have multiple ways of getting clues out. So I'm assuming interrogate is probably going to be pretty good, because there's a lot of humanoid enemies, especially the hotel guests and the Arkham police officers that show up later on. And being able to test a skill that we're actually good at to get 2 clues seems pretty good. Yeah, this is a pretty decent hand. Maybe we mulligan this interrogate for now, too? So we could, like, action 1, action 2, action 3, and then go into the next turn. Columbo's your favorite show. Not bad. Don't really have a ton of resources to work with, so maybe this B-Cop will have to hang out somewhere else for now. But not a bad hand. Not bad at all. Okay, so. Oops. Yeah. My fear was that I maybe overcompensated for clues. I was hoping to get a music makes it sound like a hotel in Tokyo. Dude, I'd be willing to hang out at a hotel in Tokyo. That sounds fun. I've always wanted to visit Japan. Trying to not get copyright strikes on our channel. So I think first action I'm gonna grab that clue. And then second action, let's play this well prepared. And then last action, let's play physical training. Okay, pretty easy first turn. Resource card. Draw a second copy of physical training. Okay, so it's good icons to commit. At worst, it's basically steadfast, so I really can't complain there. So Mythos phase. So this has a doom threshold of 4, and we're looking to get at least a single clue to draw a lead from the top of the deck here, and then we need 2 leads in order to advance. Oh, it's new to you. Okay. Well, had I had known that, I probably would have actually gone through the trouble of reading it. Speaking an accent. The German accent for Zoey, yeah. I'm sorry, Manson, in advance. This is going to be terrible. So, uns Mythos phase draws a Driven to Madness. Ooh, Revelation. If there are no human enemies in play, it gains Surge. Okay. So we surge into Blood on our hands. Relation, test willpower 2. Increase the difficulty of this test by 1 for each innocent enemy in the victory display. If we fail, we take 2 horror, and if we're at a crime scene, we must also choose and discard a card from our hand. Ooh. This is dreadful. I'm not sure if my German accent is German or if it's more northern Swiss, but look, it's a Bayaki base. So the basic premise of the story, Penguins, is that we've been asked to come to the hotel, and when we got there, we were knocked out and passed out, and it looks like we have been framed for murder. As you can see by the artwork on this card, it is quite gruesome. Oh man, the artwork is quite good. Okay, so we have to test willpower 2. I'd like to save this well prepared for something else. But perhaps we could commit this. Taking 2 horror is quite brutal early on. Doing an Arnold accent is quite straining on one's throat, so I will try to avoid that for now. We're currently at a 4 willpower. This is true. I'm debating on whether or not I want to commit this. Yes, you start with the dagger. The lead investigator starts with the bloodstained dagger. If you were playing this scenario in multiplayer, the rest of the investigators would start here in the foyer. Yes? I think I'm going to commit this and then we'll test 6v2. Oh, yes. Glad I committed that. I do not want to take 2 horror very early on. We only have 6 horror to work with, so quite gruesome. Investigation. So we do want to at least do a couple of these. We probably won't be able to tidy up the room, but we can at least clean up the blood and hide the body. So I think this first action. All 3. So I think first action I will use this. We're going to attempt to clean up the blood. Okay, that's a -1. So we were 6v3. Not easy success. Second action and you are absolutely allowed to complain. I stream for you guys, not for me. So if you find it annoying, I will certainly turn it down. Second action, and I'd really like to acquire a resource. So I think I'll do that, and then maybe last action, try to test 3v4. Cultist is a -1. Ooh, nice. So that is also a pass, and that ends our turn. So we successfully cleaned up the blood and hid the body, and then we gained our resource as our last action. So end of turn, we'll go to upkeep, refresh, resource card. There's ever vigilant. Okay. All right. So end of our turn, go to Mythos phase. It should be 2 doom of 4. Counter card for the turn. The conspicuous staff, humanoid staff, nearest crime scene location, prey, person with the most clues, and it has hunter. And we are at a crime scene location, so it spawns at our location. And we are not very good at evading things, unfortunately. I was thinking I should have brought handcuffs too, but I couldn't find room in the deck. Yeah, I have an extension set up on the stream face that you can make the webcam go all crazy with emotes. Well, I'll tell you what, Penguins, you can use those channel points to request a campaign. How about that? So we could stab them with the dagger. This weapon is kind of brutal because we don't have a lot of horror soak in the deck. Unlimited power. So I kind of want to be frugal with how we use this weapon. We do have Meat Cleaver in the deck, so we could at some point maybe heal some of it back. So I think first action I'm going to exhaust and fight. So it's going to be 6. Yeah, let's go 6. I don't think I need to go much further than that. 6v3 here. Whew, barely, but we pass. And thankfully this is not an innocent enemy, so it doesn't get added to the victory display. Okay, so we defeat the enemy, so we get to draw a card. Ooh, there we go. Firearm, that's what we needed. Alright, so let's go ahead and discard this Mofreaker. Okay, so that would be 3 and that would be 1. Nice. That was actually a really good draw for us. Second action, we'll play Ever Vigilant. We'll play the Colts for a single resource, and then we'll play our Beat Cop for 3. And then we have 1 action left with our turn, so we could... Can't really do this action, but we can... We can spend an action here to draw the top card of the lead stack, so I'll do that last action. Let's see what we get. Oh, we get the Sinister Solution. This is one I have yet to actually get. So it gets put into your play, into your threat, or into your play area, and then when you're defeated, you give control of it to another investigator. I'm just gonna put that into my tarot slot for now. Okay, so that's the end of our turn. Not much went on. We did manage to stab somebody. Resource card. There we go, 6 cents. Nice, okay. All the tools are coming into place. Very nice. Okay, so let's go to Mythos phase. 3 Doom of 4, because we have an extra Doom from this. Oh my god, another blood on our hands. Brutal. Okay. I think this is worth pumping. So we'll give ourselves +2, so it's going to be 6v2 here. And that's a pass. Okay. So we don't take any horror. But then let's... we could go into the suite, or we could go to the second floor. I believe when you go to the second floor, it opens up a bunch of locations. I don't remember all of where the leads go. So I think I'm gonna go here for now. First action. Okay. So the suite balconies, 2 shroud and a single clue. Crime scene has an action that says choose a humanoid enemy at this location and test either combat or agility 4. If you succeed, take a direct horror and defeat the chosen enemy. If it's elite, deal 2 damage to it instead, and this action does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Okay, so we have a single resource. We could action gain a resource. I mean, we're not realistically going to investigate. Be at a 2v2. So I think what I'll do is I'll gain a resource. And then really draw a card. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Ooh, and Zoe's Cross. Not bad. Okay, so there's no enemies, so we'll go into upkeep. Resource card. Actually, I should have gained a resource with Zoe's ability. That was stupid. And we draw a second Vicious Blow. I should have 4 resources. Kind of does change things. But I missed it, so I'm not going to go back and rewind it. That's fine. Let's do this. Okay. So as we retrace our steps to make sense of the situation, there is a pounding on the door of the suite. "This is the police," a stern voice calls out. "We've gotten reports of a disturbance. Open up." Put the set-aside Sergeant Monroe into play in the foyer. So Sergeant Monroe has an ability that says that damage can be assigned, or damage and or horror can be dealt to any investigator as location, even if it's uncontrolled. And he has a reaction that says when Sergeant Monroe is dealt any amount of damage or horror, you exhaust him and deal that much damage to a non-innocent enemy at his location. And any investigator at his location may trigger this ability. So he spawns here. Let's turn the snap off. Okay. So spawn one of the set-aside Arkham officer enemy at the second floor hall. If there's 3 or 4 investigators in the game, you would spawn an additional one at the foyer. Where are they? There they are. And I believe the rest get shuffled into the encounter deck. Yeah, then shuffle each other set-aside Arkham officer enemy into the encounter deck along with the discard pile. Okay. So lead investigator draws the set-aside what have you done weakness. Okay. So what have you done gets put into play in your threat area, and then as an additional cost to parlay, you must discard a random card in your hand, and then you can spend an action to shuffle this weakness into your deck. And then this guy spawns here in the second floor hallway. Okay, so for each of the following circumstances was it true, place one clue. Place one clue on room 225 and place one doom on an Arkham officer. Okay, so the investigators have not cleaned up the blood. We did do that. The investigators have not hid the body. We did that, but we did not tidy the floor. So we have to place a doom on the Arkham officer and place a clue on room 225. You're not the only ones interested at the strange events of the Excelsior Hotel tonight. The police are on to you. You're still not sure what happened or if it could happen again. So this agenda has a forced effect that says after an investigator at the same location as a ready police enemy discovers one or more clues at that location or deals damage to a humanoid enemy, each ready police officer at that location engages that investigator and makes an immediate attack. So we have roughly 11 turns left in the game, because this is the last agenda deck. So we need to grab another clue and find another lead here. Okay, so let's go back to our turn here. We still have to draw an encounter card. Incriminating evidence attached to the nearest non-crime scene location. Attached location gains to crime scene trait and +2 shroud. And then when you would successfully investigate attached location, instead of discovering clues, you discard incriminating evidence. So I believe that's the second floor hallway. Tis. Okay. Alright, so that was that. Let's, first action, get this on the table. Let's, second action, let's investigate. So we need clues. So we might as well investigate that location. So we'll pump up our willpower to 2/6. That's a pass, because we're investigating a 2 shroud. So we'll grab that. Okay. And then last action, let's see what we find for a lead here. We find the manager's key, stained by blood. Gets put into play in into your play area, and then when you're defeated, you give control of it to another investigator. Okay, we'll just put it here. So we have the sinister solution and the manager's key as our 2 leads. So I believe we immediately advance. Yes, we do. Okay. It isn't too much, but it's all you've got. Your only real option now is to explore the rest of the hotel and see what you can learn. So put each of the set-aside locations into play. Very trash metal. So I just have to remember exactly how these are connected. So I believe this goes here. Room 212. It's connected to here, right? And we have room 245, okay. The office is connected down here, I believe. Yep. And then I believe the basement's like down this way. Forgive me while I just set this up quickly. Okay, we'll have to do that at some point. Okay, so that's connected there. I'll have to put a connection marker there as well. And a connection marker there. I think that's everything. My old cat used to eat cherries. She used to actually like bother me for cherries, but she could never actually like eat them properly. So I had to basically like chew on them first for her. She was gross. Okay, so I think that's everything. As far as the locations go. And then depending on which leads are in play, you shuffle 6 cards into the encounter deck as follows. So we have the manager's key, so we have to shuffle the 3 set-aside hotel security. And then we have the sinister solution, so we have to put the morbid awareness cards into the encounter deck. Okay. I think that's everything as far as that goes. Shuffle those up. Thanks to the leads you discovered in the suite, you're fairly sure whoever framed you is still in the hotel. The only real question is where to find this person. Looking at the leads you found, you feel like the answers are right in front of you. Your objective is to learn more about your leads by placing clues on them using abilities on some locations. The more clues, the better. At the end of the round, you may choose to advance if each lead has at least 1 clue on it. Hint, if you wish to present evidence to the police, you may wish to have at least 2 clues on each lead asset instead. Okay, so we'll go into enemy phase. This guy will move here. And then at the end of the enemy phase, we have to move a clue from his location to its doom side. Just toss that in the trash, add a doom. And then he has an action that says parlay, test willpower 3. If you succeed, either automatically evade him or flip one of its doom to its clue side and take control of it. We might be doing some parlaying next turn. Okay, so that's that. I mean, we could stab him to death. So that was enemy phase. I'll go into upkeep. Resource card. Draw a 2nd copy of the 32 Cult. Don't know why this Cult doesn't have any ammo on it. 3. Okay. There we go. Alright, so Mythos phase. We're at 3 doom of 12. Thanks to that officer. and we find another conspicuous staff who spawns at our location. Yeah, he's our prey and he hunts, so we're gonna have to deal with this guy. I should have taken a horror from the first time I used this. Okay, so this guy will engage us, we'll gain a resource. Conspicuous. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, as far as our turn goes, so we could use Be Cop in combination with the dagger, or we could just shoot it, which I don't hate either. I think I'm just gonna do that. So we'll shoot, and then I kind of want to save this for a parlay. So I think I can just commit this other Colt. So that's going to be 6 versus 3 here. Oh my god. No! Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Not what I was hoping for as an outcome. I guess we'll have to shoot it again. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to use well prepared for an additional 2, 6v3. Whew. So the tablet's a -3, but we can place one of our clues on our location to treat it as a -1 instead. So we barely pass. We were able to defeat the conspicuous staff. No, I probably just forgot to turn it back on. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I just forgot to turn them back on after streaming Little Nightmares. It should be good now, though. Okay. Took us 2 actions to beat that guy, unfortunately. So I guess last action, we'll just shuffle this into our deck. Seems fine. So I'm not sure where this guy patrols to. No locations have clues on them. Can he come to my area? Or would he just go back here? Not really sure how this works. Because there's currently locations with 0 clues, so he either doesn't move or he moves. Ah, thank you. Seems fitting for Zoey. Okay. I'm gonna assume he moves. Or at least that we can choose to have him move, which saves me an action, so I'm gonna do that. There's no clues for him to grab, so that's nice at least. So we'll go in a resource and a card. Okay, there's our interrogate. Okay. So we'll go to Mythos phase. We're currently at 4 Doom of 12. And our encounter card for the turn is a Violent Outburst. Okay, so if there's no humanoid enemies in play, you would search the encounter deck and discard pile for a humanoid enemy and draw it and shuffle the encounter deck. Otherwise, the nearest humanoid enemy readies, moves, until it reaches your location, engages you, and makes an immediate attack. Ow, what a jerk. Alright, so he engaged us, so we get a resource. And we have to take a damage. It's rude. Okay. I guess that answers my question. Police officers are a bunch of jerks here too. Okay, we need to eventually get down to the basement. I forget where the Sinister Solution place is. I think it's one of the other two rooms, I think. So... I like the idea of parlay shoot. So we could use B-Cop, or we could commit Vicious Blow for an additional damage. They'll get added to the victory display, but... I mean, I don't think Zoey can really deal with it otherwise. Plus, him stealing all the clues is super obnoxious, so I think we're gonna end up killing all of the innocent people. So I guess first action, let's parlay, and let's pump up by 2. So it's gonna be parlaying 3 versus 4, or sorry, 6 versus 3, I can count. Okay, that's a -3, that's a pass. So we remove a doom and then we'd gain a clue. Second action, do it again. Pump 2 resources into it. Using physical training. 6v3 again. Okay, that's a pass as well. We remove this and gain a clue. And I think I want to... I do think I kind of want to blast him. Currently at a 5. Could stab him with the dagger and and Vicious Blow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. That'll give us +2. That'll bump us up to 7. B-Cop will take a horror. As he's watching one of his fellow officers getting stabbed to death. That's kind of funny, but not funny at the same time. Okay, so we're gonna test 7v3 here. Okay, so the Elder thing is a -3 if you fail, and if there's an innocent enemy in the victory display, you take 1 horror. Okay, that deals 3 damage. So he will go into the victory display. And we get to draw a card. We draw a second copy of Well Prepared. That's a sweet draw. Okay. I'm glad we at least parlayed with him so we could steal his clues. What do you know? Gah. Okay. Enemy phase? No enemies, okay. Upkeep, resource card. Copy of evidence. Mythos phase, refresh. 3 doom of 12. Oh my goodness. Another Arkham officer. Okay, so he spawns at our location, but he's aloof. He's going to patrol around. So let's get out of here. Let's move here. First action. Second action, let's move again. Alright, so we find the second floor hallway. 2 shroud and a single clue. It says, or it has a reaction that says after you enter this location, you may immediately move to a connecting location. If you do, reveal a random token. If a skull, cultist, tablet, elder thing, or auto-fail symbol is revealed, you draw the top card in counter deck. I'm not sure if I want to move this turn. I think at some point we're probably going to play this second well prepared, so for now I think what I'll do is I'll just investigate. It's going to be 6 versus 2. Yes, 6 versus 2. The skulls are minus X, where X is the number of guest enemies in play, which is currently 0. So that's a pass. We'll grab that clue. Okay, that's our turn, so we'll go to enemy phase. The Arkham officer will move into room 225. And then we'll go to upkeep, resource card. Oops, not that. 1, there we go. Ooh, we draw an enchanted blade, which is nice. Hopefully we can heal some horror that way. Maybe get rid of this bloodstained dagger. Okay, and then Mythos phase. 4 Doom of 12, my goodness. Look how quickly this scenario progresses. Blood in our hands, oh no. Alright, so test willpower 2, increase the difficulty by 1 for each innocent enemy in the victory display. So we're currently testing 3v4. Let's make it 6v4. Yeah, 6v4. And it's currently a 0, so that's a pass. Okay. So much blood on our hands. I've drawn 3 of those already. Okay, so... Oh shit, I forgot about this. So we were actually testing versus 4. We went 6, and then we drew a 0, so this would get discarded. So I'll have to make that investigate check again, which is fine. Currently 2 versus 4, so I think what I'll do first action is play this well prepared. Second action, we'll investigate 6 versus 2. Okay, that's a pass. And then last action, we'll move. Okay, there we go. I know how to play this game. I think I want to go into room 245. Alright, so room 245 has 2 shroud and a single clue. Has an action that says test intellect 3. Only the top card of your discard pile may be committed to this skill test. Place it on the bottom of your deck after it resolves. If you succeed, move any number of clues to the time-worn locket. Okay, so wrong room. That's okay. So enemy phase, this guy will patrol. And he's going to eventually go here. Go to upkeep, refresh, resource card, we draw deny existence, Mythos phase, 5 Doom of 12. Oh my god, so much blood on our hands. Alright, well, let's go 6 versus 3 here. Could always deny it. So we'll go 6 versus 3. Or, yeah, 6 versus 3. But we still pass, okay. Investigation phase. First action, we'll investigate. Going to be 6 versus 2. Okay, that's a pass. Then let's move. And then I'm going to try my luck, and I'm going to reveal a token to take this immediate move action. I'm going to go into room 212. Oh, jeez. Test agility 4. There's no way I could do that. Okay, so we'll move down into the foyer then, if that's the case. So we're going to move down here, and then we have to reveal a token. Okay, it's a -1. So we don't have to draw the encounter deck, or draw from the encounter deck. That's nice. Okay, the foyer has 2 shroud and a single clue as an action to resign. This is forced when you attempt to move out of the foyer while there's at least 1 guest enemy here. You have to test agility X, where X is the number of guest enemies. If you fail, you must spend an additional action to move out of the foyer. Okay, and then last action, guess investigate? 4 versus 2? That seems good. Okay, that's a pass. Oops. There we go. Okay. So I know the manager's key is in the basement, I believe. So we'll start there, I guess. Okay. So enemy phase. This guy will move down here. Upkeep will refresh. Resource card. Draw unexpected courage. Suggest a pull. Was your suggestion to kill them or not kill them? I'm really bad at not seeing these in time. Because I don't think there's any reasonable way that this deck can avoid killing innocents, unfortunately. I didn't bring handcuffs, though I probably should have. We brought interrogate. I think I can... I can refund those. How do I... Yeah, I should have, definitely should have brought handcuffs. I'm not sure how I refund channel points. I feel bad I missed that. Yeah, it was hard because it's like there's only so many deck slots you have, and I wanted to play interrogate. Yeah, definitely good in Carnivale too. Oh yeah, it could be good in Guardians of the Abyss. We have a pretty stacked hand, though. Alright, we can go into the office. So the basement gains test agility 3 to attempt to pick the lock. If you succeed, reveal office and immediately move to it. Certainly sounds interesting. Oops. We'll just move into the manager's office. Because because we have the key, so. Alright, so the office has 2 clues, 3 shroud. It says we have an action to test intellect 0. For each point we succeed by, we may move a clue controlled by an investigator to the manager's key if it's in play, which it most certainly is. So let's first action. Investigate. Currently 6 versus 3. That seems fine. Ooh, Elder Sign. That's a +1. That's a pass. I never draw Zoey's... Or I never draw an Elder Sign when I'm actually, like, trying to kill an enemy with Zoey. I always draw it when I'm trying to do something else. And then last action... Because he's gonna move here. I'd rather he not take the clues. So I think what I'll do is just try to investigate again. It's going to be 6 versus 3 again. And it's pretty diminishing returns on investing anything. So maybe just a single resource? 7v3? Okay, so the cultist is a -1, and since there's an innocent enemy in the victory display, I'll have to reveal another token. Oh, no! Alright, well, he's gonna take that clue. That's too bad. So that was our investigate phase. This guy will move. We'll take this, turn it into a doom. It's too bad. We can parlay pretty competently though, so we'll probably just end up doing that. Oh no, an internal injury. Poor Zoey. So at the end of our turn, we're gonna have to take direct damage and spend 2 actions to get rid of it. Okay, let's go to Mythos phase. 6 doom of 12. Very quickly running out of time here. And another violent outburst. Oh, goodness. Alright, so this poor Arkham officer is going to engage us. We'll gain a resource. Did I even go to upkeep? Oh, I did. I just didn't gain a resource. And then he's going to attack us and deal a damage. So that's fine. Okay. Fine, Arkham officer. Have it your way. So first action, we're gonna move parlay. 6, 7, whoops. 7v3 here. Okay, so we'll take this. Second action, let's use the cult. We'll use well prepared to give us a +2. It's going to be 7 versus 3. And then before that, let's put a damage on the B cop to put a damage here. Okay, so 7 versus 3. Ooh, blessing. -3. Very nice. Okay. That's a pass. Zoey is just going on a rampage. And then the last action, let's do the old intellect test here. So let's commit this evidence. Oh, it's going to be 4-0. Nice. And then for each point we succeed by, we can move a clue controlled by us to the manager's key. So we'll put at least 2. Seems reasonable. Yeah, hypochondria would be fitting. Especially with this. I mean, geez. So much blood on our hands. Okay, so end of our turn, we'll have to take a direct damage. Enemy phase, there are no enemies on the board. So we'll go to upkeep. Oh, goodness. the thing that follows us spawns at the furthest possible location, which I believe is the suite balcony. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Okay, Mythos phase. 7 Doom of 12. My goodness. I forgot how quick this scenario is. Oh my god, so many. So many Arkham officers. Why? Loot patrol. It just spawns at our location. My god. Yeah, it can be. I think especially for Zoey and in standalone mode, it's going to be pretty tame. I didn't even look at the weaknesses that we drew. I think I put together the save file like over a week ago. Didn't really look at the deck since then. Okay, well, I think we're all set there, but we need to get into that other location. So this has a wild icon. So I think that in tandem with unexpected courage is our only means of successfully trying to deal with that. I want to... I'm debating on whether or not I want to get rid of this. Let's see here. So we need to get a clue on our sinister solution, which I think is in here. I don't think it's the hotel roof. I think we're gonna have to do this agility test. So I think action 1, action 2, let's do this. Then action 3 will move up here. And then that's gonna be our turn. So enemy phase, this guy will patrol here. He's just gonna keep a watchful eye on us. And then the thing that follows will move into room 225. There's no clues at the guy's location, so we'll go to upkeep. We draw take the initiative. Okay. That's also another reasonable way to hopefully pass the that agility test that we need to do. So we'll use that as backup if we need to. Okay, now we're running out of time here. We only have like 3 turns left. Ooh, hotel security spawns at the nearest empty location. Hunter retaliate 432 enemy. If there is at least one guest enemy in play, it loses Hunter and gains patrol. Ugh, that is gruesome. So it spawns here. It could spawn here, but I think I'm just gonna deal with it. So we can pretty much one-shot it and get a resource out of it, so, okay. So with that, maybe I could even just put that up there. So like we could spend an action to play Zoey's cross, move, deal it a damage, and kill it, and then we'd have to deal with the thing that follows the following turn. But when it engaged us, we'd be able to deal a damage to it. If that's really gonna matter. What do? I think what I'm gonna do is move. I think I'm gonna forgo the cross. So this guy's going to engage us. We'll gain a resource. Let's go ahead and Deal him a damage. Oops, what am I doing? Now we need to beat a 4. Second action, let's fight. We'll go ahead and give ourselves +2. It's going to be 7 versus 4. Debating on whether or not I want to commit one of these. No, it seems fine. Alright, 7 versus 4. -2. Alright, nice. This guy gets defeated. And then last action, we're going to attempt this test here. So we can give ourselves +1. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5. Versus 4? Ugh. Yeah, I think it has to be done, though. I don't think I want to commit this. And I don't think I want to commit Zoey's cross, either. So yeah, 5 versus 4. Hope we get lucky. Let's see what we get. Damn it. Alright, well, fine. Alright, so enemy phase. The thing that follows will follow us and hurt us. We'll gain a resource. And this Arkham officer will move up as well. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything. Okay. So yeah, upkeep, resource card. Smite the wicked! Let's see what ridiculous enemy we get here. That poor hotel guest, that wicked hotel guest. She spawns at the location farthest from us. That's 1, 2, 1, 2. I think it'd be... I think you can put it here or you can put it here. So I think I'm gonna put it down here. Oh my god. Yes. 1, 2. Yeah, man, that sucks. So this thing could potentially wreck us because it's gonna add doom at the end of every enemy phase. And we're gonna be at 9 doom this turn. So it'll go up to 10, 11 next turn. Jeez, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, well, shucks. It is, but in this specific context, it's meaningful because it adds doom to the agenda. So that was actually probably the worst enemy that we could have gotten. Because we don't have the time to, like, spend 2 actions to get rid of it. Okay, that's unfortunate. Alright, Mythos phase. Yeah, we're at 9 doom of 12. We draw a morbid awareness, okay? Test willpower 6. Reduce the difficulty of this test by 1 for each location you are away from room 212. If you fail, you must either place one of your clues on your location or take 2 horror. So we're currently 1 location away, so it's a 5. 5 versus 4 here. I think I'm just going to deny this. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and use deny existence. So we'll take 2 horror and then use deny to cancel the horror. Okay. Alright, so let's shoot. Yeah, we'll go ahead and shoot. 5, 6, 7 versus 3. Okay, that's a pass. So this gets shuffled into our deck. Second action. Let's try that test again. So 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 6, because we're not gonna have time to play it. 6 versus 4. Alright, that's a pass, finally. We're able to get in here. Alright, so room 212 has 4 shroud and 2 clues, has an action that says test intellect 3. If you succeed, move any number of clues controlled by investigators to this location to the sinister solution. Ugh, we don't have a good way of dealing with that either. Yeah. Don't we have 2 turns? So this is going to add a doom, and this Arkham officer is going to move here and add a doom as well. So we're gonna have 12 doom. So I think this is our last turn, last action. Unfortunately. So I guess we can test intellect 3. I mean, not really, but commit these 2 cards. 4 versus 3. I mean, we pass. Okay, let's put 2 clues onto our sinister solution, and then we'll advance. Alright, so we read Scenario Interlude The Truth on page 10. Your investigation is halted by Sergeant Monroe, the very same police sergeant who had spurned your earlier warnings about the Excelsior Hotel. He is clearly exacerbated by all of the strange happenings in the building and demands answers. Now listen here, he says, his hand twitching towards his holstered gun. I'm a reasonable man, but you're looking mighty suspicious. You better tell me everything that's going on right now, you understand? Or you're gonna take a one-way trip straight to the big house. Okay, so we have to decide whether to tell him the truth or lie about our involvement. Okay, so I will let you guys pick what we do here. Do we lie or do we tell him the truth? Lie or tell the truth? Okay, let's see what you guys think. Yeah. It's been a while since I've played this, so I really don't remember what happens. Not much time left. Okay, let's see what we get here. A 1 vote of telling the truth. Okay, so it looks like we're telling the truth. You explain everything to Sergeant Monroe from the beginning. The rumors, the note, the murder. The more you explain, the more you realize how crazy it all sounds. But you know it's the truth. You know you're innocent. But do you have the evidence to back it up? Sergeant Monroe will only believe you if you've collected enough evidence and to not try to cover up your involvement. If all of the following circumstances are true, skip to Truth 5, otherwise skip to Truth 4. The investigators have not cleaned up the blood or hid the body or tidied up the room. We did those. We do have at least 2 clues in each lead, and unfortunately there are innocent enemies in the victory display. Okay, so we skip to Truth 4. No, I don't believe you, the man says, unholstering his weapon. None of this checks out. You're coming with me, pal. You can sing your story down at the station. You raise your hands and he starts ushering you out of the room when a tremendous crash from another part of the hotel. The entire building shakes to its foundations and you hear guests screaming. What in the hell? He looks to the door, then to you. Stay put, he warns, or I swear next time I see you, you're getting cuffed. He runs off to investigate the noise, mumbling about how he's getting too old for his job. You raise your hands. He assumes you're going for a weapon that he clearly sees and shoots 13 times. Oh, jeez, wow. Show him the bloody knife, then he'll believe you. Remember that the police do not believe you. Remove Sergeant Monroe from the game. Search the encounter deck, discard pile, and all play areas for each Arkham officer and remove them from the game. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Okay, so we might have saved ourselves a turn. Because we got to remove this guy from the game. It's all... Is it all areas, including the victory display? No, the victory display is considered out of play, I would assume. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Oops. Okay. And then skip to Truth 7. Thanks to your cunning investigation, you now have a better idea of what's going on. You are not the real culprit here, and there is much more happening behind the scenes of the Excelsior Hotel, and you're just caught in the middle. Resolve the text below based on which 2 lead assets are in play. Okay, so we have the Sinister Solution and the Manager's Key. Okay. The victim was performing horrible experiments within the Excelsior. He had already transformed much of the staff, and you were to be next in a long line of subjects. Only the experiment was a failure. Now it is up to you to put a stop to these horrible transformations by destroying the source of the concoction. Remove all doom in play. Advance to the Act and Agenda deck of the set-aside True Culprit version 8. It is both the current Act and Agenda. Woo! Okay, so we did it in time. Nice. Version 8. This is this one. This gets removed from the game as well. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, so the True Culprit version 8 says each lead asset gains action, remove a clue from this asset, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a staff enemy and draw it, then shuffle the encounter deck. After a staff enemy is defeated, deal 1 horror to harvested brain. Objective, if there is 2+1 horror on harvested brain, advance. Okay, I've never seen this version of the deck before. Shuffle each staff enemy in the victory display into the encounter deck along with the encounter discard pile. I don't think the police officers are staff. They are not. Okay. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until 1 staff enemy is discarded and spawn each of those enemies in the foyer. Attach the harvested brain to room 212. Okay, so the harvested brain says forced at the end of the investigation phase, each investigator at attached location takes a damage and a horror. Each other investigator must either take a damage or 1 horror of their choosing. Oops. Discard pile for a staff enemy. Draw it, shuffle the encounter deck. Brutal. Okay. Alrighty. That's not a knife. Now that's a knife. Is that everything? I think so. Okay, well, that was a weird turn. I see you've played Knifey Machete before. Alright, so unfortunately this hotel guest is going to be a thorn in our side. So enemy phase, this thing will move. So we have to take a damage and a horror here. Brutal. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna run out of time here pretty quick. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to add a doom here, unfortunately. And then we're gonna have to get out of here. Let's make sure we shuffle this. So we need to defeat 3 staff enemies pretty quickly here. Maybe we can just draw one, that would be great. Let's go to upkeep. No, through the gates. Oh no, our B cup. How unfortunate. Wow, that was bad timing. Damn it. That sucks. These go bye-bye. Man. And then we did the doom already. Okay. Counter card. Oh, look at that. A staff enemy. Wonderful. Fortunately, we don't have a B cup to deal an extra damage, but we'll gain a resource. And we can at least kill this guy pretty quickly, because we have Vicious Blow, so... Okay. So I know what we're going to do first action. We're going to definitely shoot this guy with a Vicious Blow. So that's going to be 6-7 versus 4. Let's go 8 versus 4 here. Nice. There we go. Too bad it wasn't relevant, but... Elder Sign on a thing, that's good. So he gets defeated, and then we get to put a horror on the brain. Then I think second action, we're gonna move, because we don't want to take a damage and a horror. So we'll go here. I don't think I want to move, because I think I'm just gonna fight them all in the hallway. And then I guess last action, we can draw. Okay, so we draw an enchanted blade, so that's good. So end of our turn, we'll take a damage because of the brain. Enemy phase. End of enemy phase, we're gonna have to add a doom here, which is annoying. So it's 2, 3, it's gonna be 4. And then we'll go to upkeep, resource card, police badge, there we go. Trade an action for 2 actions, essentially. Maybe, if we have time to play it. Mythos phase, we're at 2, 4, doom of 6. We only have 1 turn left. Blood on our hands. That is brutal. That's 4 versus 4 currently. Let's go 6, 7, 8 v4. Okay, pass. Maybe I should have tried to move. So we could move, parlay. Just to buy us some time. Because we would like to have some turns. I think that's going to have to be our turn. So move, and then move into here. Alright, so the basement is 4 shroud and a single clue. There's an action that says test intellect 1. If you succeed, move a humanoid enemy at any location once towards the basement. And it has a reaction that says after you defeat an enemy in the basement, you can move any number of clues controlled by investigators at the basement to the Tome of Rituals if it's in play. Okay, so last action, let's parlay. We're currently testing 4 versus 3. Let's go 5, 6, 7, v3. Seems good. 7v3. Okay, we have to reveal another token. So that'd be -4 total. And we were 7 versus 3, so that should be good. So we'll discard this. Bye-bye, thank you very much. This will go away. That'll get discarded. It's kind of an unfortunate because we're like trading 1 turn for 2, but it is what it is. Okay, so there's no enemies, so we're gonna have to take a damage or a horror here. Take a damage, I guess. No, let's take a horror. No, let's take a damage. What am I talking about? Okay, keep resource card. Unexpected courage. Mythos phase. We're at 3 doom of 6. Oh my god, so much blood on our hands. Holy jeebus. Okay, currently a 4 versus 4. We're playing Arkham LCG on Tabletop Simulator. She's running like Lady Macbeth. Ah, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Is it Mazaf? Is that how you pronounce that? I'm assuming it is. I am terrible at pronouncing things, so. Alright, so we're gonna have to test 4 versus 4 currently. And so action 1 is probably gonna be to remove a clue to spawn an enemy. Action 2, do it again. Maybe action 3, do this. Discard it. Get 2 actions. Clue, defeat an enemy? Well, welcome to the stream, Mesa. Nice to see you. Nice to see new faces, virtually speaking. Yeah, so I think it's pretty worth it to try at least go 2 up here. We're not at a crime scene location. Let's pump 2 resources as well. So we're gonna go 8 versus 4 here. That's a -3, okay. So much blood on our hands. This is Arkham Horror, the card game. If you're looking for the name of the specific mod, it's currently unavailable. But if you join the Discord server, we can help you out on Discord. Yeah, so I think our plan, maybe we can play this. I think if we trade this for 2 actions at some point. Actually, we're probably gonna have to replay this, if anything. So maybe... I think it's worth it just to reload. So we'll spend our first action to reload. Actually, maybe we just play the Enchanted Blade and get rid of the dagger. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that actually. So this will get bumped. Because this gives us a boost regardless. And then we can actually like heal some horror, and then hopefully that'll buy us at least another couple of turns. If you just type in !Discord, the link is already in the chat, so just click the link if you can. If you're on mobile, the name of the server is that. And then there's the link to the Discord. Should be able to click that link on mobile, I'm not sure. Alright, but anyway, second action, let's remove a clue to search for a guest or a staff enemy. So the conspicuous staff is probably the easiest staff member to beat, so we'll do that. So we'll draw this, we'll gain a resource, because Zoey allows us to gain a resource when an enemy engages us. And then last action, let's stabby stabby. So we're currently testing 6 versus 3. Let's go 7, 8 versus 3. 8 versus 3. We'll spend a charge. And then it beats the enemy. So we get to heal a horror and draw a card. We draw a dynamite blast. There we go. Okay. And then we get to add a second horror to that. And then that's going to be our turn, so we'll take a horror at the end of our turn from the brain. No enemies on the board. So we'll just go right into upkeep. Resource card. And we draw an interrogate. Not the most useful right now. Okay. Go to Mythos. 4 Doom of 6. Staff enemy? Is it going to be nice to us? Driven to madness. Okay, so there's no humanoid enemy, so this will gain Surge. Oh, noxious fumes, brutal. Alright, in player order, each investigator must choose to either test agility 3 to attempt to flee the gas before it fills the room. If you succeed, move to a connecting location. If you fail, take 2 damage. Or test combat 3 to attempt to hold your breath. For each point you fail by, take a damage. Okay, well, failing this test is not an option. So I'm going to definitely pump up our combat. So we're currently 6v3. Let's go 7, 8. I'm doing 8 versus 3 in case we draw a cultist enemy. Or a cultist token. Okay, that's currently a 0. So that's a pass. Okay. Let's go to our turn. Let's spend a clue here to spawn another conspicuous staff. Using this action. Gain a resource from Zoey. Second action, we will fight using the Enchanted Blade. 6 versus 3, let's go 7 versus 3. 8 versus 3. Okay, and then we'll spend a charge, heal a horror, draw a card, defeat this. Put a horror on the brain, and that is that. You stand in the lobby of the hotel, the building suddenly silent and seemingly empty. You hold the bottle of the strange liquid up to the light and consider its contents again. Your eye twitches as it traces the swirling, churning green solution from within. As you shudder, as you wonder what other effects this concoction may hold. You slide the bottle into your pocket, finding some measure of comfort in in knowing that the strange goings-on in the Excelsior has been put to rest, at least for now. Resolution Un. Nobody will ever believe what you witnessed at the Excelsior. Not 3 days later, the hotel was open again, like nothing had ever happened. You know better, though. You witnessed it all firsthand. The events continue to haunt your dreams and your waking thoughts. Even now, you go out of your way to avoid the Excelsior. Though weeks have passed and there has been no sign of any other nefarious schemes within its accursed walls, the only thing that can quiet the echoing memories of that horrible experience is a visit to the local speakeasy. But all the booze in the world can't help the grisly visions from your nightmares, waking you in the dead of night with a violent start soaked in sweat. That's when you notice the person asking around town about the Excelsior. Innocent questions at first, but more prodding with each passing day. Surely they'll believe you. Somebody has to. You may have broken free of the Excelsior's grasp, but there will be other victims of that, you are sure. You grab a piece of paper and hastily scribble a note. It's all a facade. Room 225, tonight. It's not over. If they can see past the veil of the Excelsior's operations, then maybe others can too. It may not be too late to stop it all from happening again. And then in your campaign log, you'd record that the Excelsior is quiet, for now. Lead investigator would have to add a bunch of stuff. If the police are not on your side... Oh, if the police are on your side, you get to add Sergeant Monroe. If the police don't believe you, you don't get to add him. And additionally, if there's a police enemy in the victory display, you'd have to search the collection for a detective or madness weakness and add it to the lead investigator's deck. And then we would earn victory X. Which is not really a lot. I think it's only 2. I think it's actually only 1. No, it's 2, because we got this clue as well. Like Pixark? I don't even know what that game is. Dropping frames, what? What? Inconceivable. Ah, the upload speed is very weird today. Yeah, that was a pretty good game.